When I got messages saying, what's up with the show? 1, 2, where you still got kids writing essays on. 472. Shout out to Chris, he came through.
Came back there. And you go, okay. And she said,
okay, he done, he it's not money, baby. They don't need cash in their hands.
Right. So now with the fuck with that,
Regardless of the fact. You don't know. You don't know the fucking intentions.
Attention now. What are people? Listen, I'm gonna take my. Welcome. This is the Smartest Dumb People, and I'm the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson. And always to my right, Mr. Shabazz himself. And to my left, Quando Rondo, my high school bud. Yeah. This is the Smartest Dumb People. Okay. Make sure you like and share. Freestyle Friday. We're about to start. We're about to get it popping.
Like and share.
Like and share. All right. So go back to your page after you already shared it. All right, and then the little 3 dots right there.
The 3 dots, right.
Yep, and then hit edit.
It ain't got no edit on here.
Yeah. Hold up, that's my page. That's why.
I'm on your page.
Yeah, you on my page. Go to your page. Oh, you is on your page. Just share it real quick.
And then what?
And then hit share.
Oh, and then do it.
Then do it and do the same thing. All right, so let's get started, man. This is the Smartest Dumb People. Make sure you like and share. We having a casting call. Everybody that hit me up. I know who y'all are. Y'all was in my inbox. Y'all was on the fan page and everything. Make sure y'all like and share, because I'm peeping who liking, I'm peeping who sharing, I'm peeping who trying to be a part of this shit. Make sure y'all like and share. Don't just come in here and be nosy, see what we got going on to see if you want to be a part of it. You want to be a part of the Smartest Dumb People cast, make sure you like and share. We setting up all the interviews, and basically y'all going to be going live with us, and we're going to have a poll. It's a lot of shit going on. Make sure you like and share. The ones that wanted to be a part of the show, that's the most important. We can't expect the people that really, you're out with us, you're out with creeps. Yeah, but if you're trying to be a part of the family, if you're trying to be a part of the Smartest Dumb People family, make sure you like and share. Let's get to it, man. So before we begin, I must ask, how you fellas week been?
We've been great, man. One day at a time, you know what I mean? Trying to pay these bills.
Man, that's all we can do, huh?
Yeah, I ain't had nothing special going on this week. Nothing special. I don't believe
What did I do? I ain't did shit but lose money.
Sound like Groundhog Day.
You lost money? No, that's not. That sound like a
I
good week
ain't
right
did
there.
shit but lose money, bro. That's all I ever
I
do.
lost money on poker the other day too. I ain't gonna lie.
So
On some bullshit.
So let's y'all ready?
Fucking hand.
Before you want to hit that share before we start jumping into two topics.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hold on.
She said my nosy ass. Yeah, I was. Hey, I had a Wednesday. I was doing cool, and then the last hand of the night, we played some dealer choice bullshit. I lost.
I don't fuck with poker like that, Rondo. Let's get to it, man.
Everything.
So first topic of the day. What's the difference between intimacy and sex? What's your opinion on that? What's the difference between intimacy and sex? I'll let you go first while TV setting up his phone.
That's a lot of difference in between them two. Yeah. Intimacy, it's like, hey, I think you putting a lot more effort in for intimacy. Yeah.
But is you putting effort in sex with intimacy, or is it just two different things?
I guess it's levels to it. It's levels to sex. It's levels to all of it, I guess. To me,
I want to know y'all opinion. Make sure.
Yeah, I would say it's level to it. I think intimacy, it builds up. You trying to build up a lot of shit. Like you trying to, you know what I'm saying? You putting out flowers and shit. You doing, you setting a vibe, a whole vibe, and you doing what?
So flowers is part of intimacy.
Yeah, it's a part of it.
I feel like holding the door for a woman is a part of intimacy. I feel like slapping her on her ass is a part of intimacy.
All
I feel like it's not always about sex. So all right,
yeah,
so
but I when I brought that in, I was breaking it down when it came to a sexual encounter. Mm-hmm. But yeah, intimacy is all of that. Yeah, definitely ties into it.
But the problem is some people think that you can't just have sex and not care. So a lot of people think intimacy is care. right? Now,
I see what you're saying.
yeah, like intimacy is not just caring; it's a different level of sexuality. But you can still have sex with somebody with no intimacy and still care. That was kind of deep.
It was.
But
and it used to be just men that could do that, but women can do that shit now.
Yeah, that's the problem. Women do it.
It got out of hand. But yeah, intimacy is basically, if I had to put it in my own words, you and that person really being friends, and you really giving a damn about each and every part of their day, and trying to actually impress them, and surprise them, and keep them feeling a certain type of way.
You know what? I think intimacy is the first part of trying to get them drawn.
Hey, facts. Facts.
Yeah, heavy. But you got to keep it rolling when you get them.
Well, that's what I said. That's not if you give an intimacy just to get the draws. That's not intimacy.
That's a false sense of falsity. Yeah,
that's
a false. Yeah,
it is. You did what you did, but
I have these discussions with people all the time.
There ain't nothing about false because you did it. How's it false when you didn't already
because
did
if
it?
you have one common goal with the intimacy, it's almost like cheating.
But it's still you did it. There's intimacy to.
It's intimacy.
Yeah, that's all.
It is. I hear where you're coming from.
So I'm not gonna out the lady. I got a young lady that I work with. She's an older lady, but yeah, for sure, older lady that I love. She cool as hell, and we was talking about this. Let's see here. Houston, shout out to Houston, my brother here, man.
Already.
So we talking about what's the difference between intimacy and sex. And like I said, this lady that I speak with at work, older lady, I was just explaining to her, like, I'm at the point in my life to where, like, sex doesn't really drive me anymore like it used to. Don't get me wrong, it's fun, but it doesn't drive me in a relationship. It's just a part of life at this point. But I can go days without sex and not even fucking care. Intimacy is something you can't go without. That's just talking. That's just, being around a motherfucker that you love. And like Tori said it best, he said, just making sure the person that, like, to me, intimacy is love. And I don't mean in the false sense of security love, like you were saying.
Right.
I mean like real love, like loving a motherfucker and worrying about if they ate today. That's intimacy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's level. It's a whole lot. It's ground levels to that motherfucker, and that motherfucker. Intimacy ain't no different. It's so many levels to it. It's like.
Rodrigo said, shout out to Rodrigo. He said, depends on your love language. Make sure y'all like and share. Shout out to Rodrigo. Let me see. Michael Rollins said, if it's your lady, you create the intimacy all day before the physical sex start. Gotta know your lady. Sex, you just trying to get the draws to get that release.
So that's what I said. I said it's a, and I'm just splitting it up. Regardless of this intimacy.
Exactly.
But you got your real, where you coming from, your heart intimacy, where you want this to last. This is my friend. I want to be with this person. I'm gonna keep going on after I have sex with her. You know what I mean? But in the mother situation, you just giving a false sense of intimacy because you just doing everything until you can get them draws, and then once you get it. I don't know. Maybe it's good. You might want to jump in there a couple of times, but I don't know.
I try to explain to women all the time, like, you got to really know when a motherfucker heart is pure. Because right now, I'm going to tell you right now, anybody will fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being like, anybody will fuck you. You got to know when a motherfucker heart is in the right place, and they like real. It's sad because women don't catch that vibe. They like I said, the young lady I was talking about at work. She's been through some things, and I just said, like, maybe you should just sit your ass down and like work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like, don't worry about if you got a dude to talk to. Don't worry about if you got a dude to fuck, or like you got to get to a point in your life to where intimacy can be with yourself. For example, just sitting and watching a movie and chilling and being your own body.
That ain't
all right. But I ain't in it like that. But I'm saying, like, you got to get to a point to where when you speaking to a person, it really means something. That's intimacy. So I didn't mean like I'm saying, like, you got to get to know yourself first before you can actually get to know somebody else and because like motherfuckers is out. You're going to get ladies. You're going to get fucked if you're attractive. You're going to. There ain't a woman on this show right now that can't text a nigga right now and get some.
You gonna get fucking ain't attractive.
And it's Friday night. It's Friday night.
LV proved that when he kept saying he a fucking 4 if he had to.
A 4, that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
That's what LV.
So I mean, you're going to get fucked. The problem is you got to really know what like you said, the levels to intimacy, and which is just basically like, I know this nigga really rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's what intimacy is. I know this nigga really rock with me.
Hey, Rodrigo Agee said, if men practice semen retention, you're forced to find out where a female head is at. Everyone not worthy of the meat.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
I think I'm there.
That's big facts.
Yeah, because sometimes, well, like, you can't just knock everything down once you get to a certain age, and at that young mind, you kind of just want to knock shit down. But when you get of age, I believe it's like, man, that shit old. I done did it, been done through it, and ran through it.
Well, me personally, I done been in a situation where I'm like, ooh, I gotta talk to that. I gotta see, and then see the motherfucker, and then I realize I'm lying to myself with these women out here. These women don't like. I'm not making this shit up in my head. There's a whole Snapchat filter right now on Snapchat that you can go to. That if you take a picture, it'll literally it'll clear your face and shrink your body, right? So that's where I lost the sense of intimacy for me, because there's no real genuine people out there.
But just because the picture did that don't mean the intimacy don't just leave the situation though.
Well, I'm saying like I don't even believe in like relationships like that anymore. Like you know how
the picture wasn't the same, so it wasn't no intimacy coming.
Well, yeah. So I'm saying like I just stopped believing in fucking women. Like and no offense to any women in the chat, I just stopped believing in women because, like I said, every woman I got around has some fucked up shit going on. And it started to scare me. And I'm talking about real life shit, like just taking 2 shots with a motherfucker, and then they start talking about how they was beat up when they was 13 years old, start crying. Listen, I just believe it, to me personally, intimacy is conversation. Intimacy is a vibe outside of sex. Go ahead and read what they said to
Definitely.
Ignacio Sanchez said, just like bowling, you set them up and I knock them down. 7-10 split. Hey.
When did JR become... When did JR start talking like this in the chat? This is unheard of. Let's see here. Let me get what Rodrigo said.
That's a good one, JR.
Let's see. Carlos said, shit dangerous as fuck. Pussy don't move move me no more like that. I agree. It doesn't for me. And then Rodrigo said, if men are...
First of all y'all over 35 that's talking, hey, you only produce sperm every 3 days, so you think that might have a little bit of...
That's the problem. That's my problem.
Yeah, but for men before the age of 35, they produce sperm
every
day. After 35, it's only every 3 days.
I thought
I got that from Mike. Hey, I actually got that from Mike in the stage. We was in the stage kicking it one night, and he just gave me that random information while we was drinking.
Man, I swear to God, I feel like something was
Nobody on the stage, it was Hanks. When Hanks, the old Hanks. He told me that shit in there. Yeah, man, you gotta watch it. You ain't dropping as many, as much as liquid as you was before, man. So you gotta slow down. But I actually think it's this too. As we get older, you know, when you young, dumb, full of cum.
That's literally
riding on impulse. When you and men, we rolling in a bunch of groups, so we pumping each other up, and then we pump each other up past 30 years old, still doing the same bullshit. But when you get older, you start to, you know what I'm saying? Like you go through life. That avenue start to get narrow. You start to look at your life, start to try to bring some value to it. You start learning yourself, and you understand that every woman out there ain't for you. You know what I mean? You start to go through, like I done ran through all these women, and man, I ain't get shit.
I was thinking of
some sex.
I was thinking of the term like love and basketball. That's love and basketball is a great analogy because like they had such a bond, they were always intimate when they got like they couldn't even be in this. You know what I'm saying? Like they couldn't even be in the same room with each other without having feelings because they had such a bond. That's the intimacy right there. Like, and if you think about it,
soulmate shit.
Yeah. And if you think about it, play me one-on-one from the heart type shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's still that them bouncing the ball and bumping up against each other and being physical and sweating. That was intimacy. That's what I said. Like. In this society, I don't know if it's the cell phone did it to us, Tori, but motherfuckers don't got no sense of like feelings anymore. Like,
man, it's the zombie apocalypse out here. I mean, no, it's really common sense though. Again, so we're talking about intimacy, but then we're talking about actually like this false sense of actually thinking we around people by being on his phone. You ain't around no goddamn body. You don't even know half these goddamn people on here. You hear me? So that's naturally causing a separation. It's naturally turning you to an introvert.
Correct.
That's facts.
Because you don't even want to be around people for real. You'd rather get on here and talk to 100 people on the screen before you actually
around
want to be around
them.
people.
Quiet in the
You ain't shit.
I'm so glad he said it. I'm starting to think I was a weirdo.
No, it's driving people crazy. Look, man, you know I be on this. So this is what social media is doing. Social, right? So it's turning you into a sociopath. After a sociopath, the psychopath.
That's next.
I mean, I promise. That's just how it goes.
And you know what's funny is like even when I be around people and I run into people at the casino when I go place my bet or some shit, I realize I'm fumbling my words. Like I ain't the same like funny, happy-go-lucky.
You want to be around people no more?
Yeah.
You starting to hate the people?
Yeah, but
that's what it make you do.
Yeah. Like I used to
I
used to be the fun guy. Like niggas used to be like, dude, funny as hell. Dude, tell that one joke. Now it's like I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do that stuff. No. You know what I'm saying? Like
imagine real like big time superstars. That shit clouds them too. They ain't the same people when they see them.
Tori, do you have
to? Do I believe what?
Do you believe in anxiety?
Yeah, I believe in anxiety because you got a whole world of people living in fear.
I don't believe in no. I do believe that, but I just don't believe in that shit. I just believe you just tripping at the time.
Do you know anxiety?
I know why you think that because when people get that anxiety, they go to the doctor. Doctor be like, ain't nothing wrong with you. Calm down.
Your heart getting to beating so fast. You just got yourself.
All anxiety.
You got to calm down.
All anxiety really is when your nerves is bad and you lose sense of what's happening because you're so panicky. Now
that's it. You just scared. You're a scary mother.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in that.
No,
shit.
right. That ain't true. But other people do. Other people get overwhelmed and get to hyperventilating. They ain't breathing right, thinking that they cut the air out to their motherfucking brain, pass out.
My girl said I'm having a panic. Man, I'm like,
no, man,
I don't believe in all that shit.
I want to make sure while we got 26 people here. Make sure you like and share. We're having a casting call. Make sure you inbox me. And like I said, anybody that inbox me, I need to make sure y'all like and share our post today because we're trying to see if y'all really rock with the smartest dumb people. We're looking for one man and one woman in the casting call. So the women is reaching out to Yo-Yo. The men is reaching out to me. Make sure you like and share. I'm peeping everything in the chat today. I want to know the best conversation in the chat today. I'm going to reach out to you, whoever it is.
Like and share. Make a long story short.
Yeah,
like and share.
All right,
so
y'all ready to get some topics? Y'all ready to get to some topics?
Let's get to it.
All right, so first topic of the day. Director, Black Panther. Black Panther director was actually in the bank and he wanted to withdraw $12,000, but he had anxiety and was living in fear of not walking around with that type of money. And he decided to write a note, which it was a little strange. But let's watch the actual.
Strange as fuck.
Yeah, let's watch the actual police video. And I want to say this before we watch this video. This man that we're about to watch in handcuffs is worth $36 million. He walked into a bank. And he handed the lady a note, which this is where it gets weird. He should have at least spoken and said, look, I ain't on no funny shit, but I want you to read that. You know what I'm saying? Or something to clear the air. But he walked in silence and slid a woman a note with a mask on. I'm not justifying the actions of the woman, the bank teller, but just the actual clip. They actually put him in handcuffs and called the police. They called the police. They put him in handcuffs. They had to resolve the issue. This is the actual footage of it.
A new video tonight. Black Panther director and Sacramento State's very own Ryan Coogler detained and placed in handcuffs after wrongfully being accused of trying to rob a bank in Atlanta.
I stated to the officers that arrested me that had their Glocks out.
Yeah.
I was pulling money out of my own account.
I understand.
According to a police report, a Bank of America employee called police after Coogler passed them a withdrawal slip with a note written on the back looking to take out $12,000 from his account and asking the teller to be discreet with the transaction. Coogler explained to police he was getting the money to pay an employee who prefers to be paid in cash.
If I don't write down on a note how much I want out, and then I don't want it ran through the money counter right there at the desk, the whole bank ends up looking at me. because they just hearing money going through the account, and I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe getting money out like that. So every time I go to withdraw it, you know, I put the amount, the account I want to take out of, and I put my own card in.
You could not miss these made at Sac State billboards around town when the talented director released the blockbuster movie Black Panther. It was the highest grossing film of all time by an African American director. As a matter of fact, he was in Atlanta shooting the Black Panther sequel when this trip to the bank took a wild turn.
Because of the seriousness of the call, we don't just come out, and unfortunately in a situation like that, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. We detain and then we ask questions later.
Bank of America released a statement saying, "We deeply regret that this incident occurred. It never should have happened, and we have apologized." Meanwhile, Kugler says he agrees it never should have happened.
All right, so that's the actual clip of him being cuffed by the police and detained until they could figure out the situation. And I just want to say, Jay-Z quote from last week, from last show TV when we was chopping it up, rich nigga, poor nigga, still a nigga. And that's what he had to understand. I don't know if the money got to his head where he felt like he could go into a bank and a black man with a mask on with a note and thought that was going to end well for him. What's your opinion, TV?
You know what, man. What the fuck are we talking about here, man? What was he thinking?
I agree.
Hey, I would have been in the bank looking at that nigga like, right. Here, look, hey, dude, look at that nigga over there. He tripping.
Some people
got the bag with the mask over. Man,
some
come
people
on,
struggle
man.
with that shit though, because like I said, I struggle with like having over $100 in my pocket. Man, I couldn't imagine 12 grand.
You that scared, man. Hire a motherfucker to walk in there with you or something, heat it up or something like. I can't. Man, I'm not about to put no big emphasis on it, man, because it could go either way. I understand what people think, and they're going to try to make the racism thing out of it, man. But the truth is, that man looked very spooky and suspicious, going in there, sliding notes, and then you're 36 million, and you have an anxiety attack, man. Hire you some security or something like.
You know what's crazy is why they didn't have security. That's what
Hold on. Let me break it down as a real motherfucker. If you got 36 million in the fucking bank, you don't fucking walk up to the fucking teller.
Fact.
You got a fucking personal banker. Nigga, call my banker down here. I'm not.
See, this is the type of shit that'll make me yell out fake news. Because it just don't make no sense.
DeMarcus Mosley said, what was wrong with what he did?
It don't matter what he did. With 36 million, you don't get 12 million from the fucking window.
No, 12,000.
12,000. 12,000.
Look. Because we shouldn't even have to ask that goddamn. What did he do? Man, last week, 10 places got robbed in 3 days in Omaha. You hear me?
Quick trips.
For nothing.
Quick trips. Yeah. So look, man, you see somebody with a mask on, with a bag and a note asking for money. Every movie I done seen said that's a robbery going on. That's an armed robbery.
I motherfucking set it off.
Man, look, man, the man was, I don't give a fuck what type of anxiety he had going on. He was in the
If I got $32 million in the bank, I'm going up to the top floor of the bank and then talking to the motherfucking damn near the owner.
I mean,
near the next person under the owner.
You think you call ahead of time? Like, something ain't right, man.
Yeah.
Let me get some of these comments.
I'm not going to do that. Because I done been into that motherfucking bank with people with a lot of money, and guess what? They got their own personal banker. You ain't fucking waiting in line for no fucking teller to get 12,000.
They said no Bank of America been on bullshit for a minute. They just did Lil Boosie the same way. Change the bank, man. Look, man, hey. I ain't the person to keep talking about white people did this to you, white people did. Look, if you don't like it, leave the goddamn bank, man.
My money coming out of that bank.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have an issue.
Do we got a lawsuit on? Do they got a lawsuit on their hands?
Shit, I don't know.
Well, and keep in mind the bank teller was black, so we can't even use the race card in this situation. Well, we can, but we can't because the girl says she followed protocol, and the protocol is in a situation where it looks like an attempted robbery, you immediately go check with the supervisor. The supervisor then told her to go to call the police, and there's actual phone call. What the hell is this? There's an actual phone call about it to where she's like, a guy just came up to the tailor, to to the register and wanted to take money out. Then the lady was asking the question like, "Well, do we have an account?"
Did
there?
he demand bank? Do we got an account?
And she was like, "I just feel leery, and I think that it's a robbery." Low key, that girl might have been ditzy as fuck though when you really sit and think about it. Because if you would have just checked the man's bank account, it would have said all that needed to be said. Normally, you hand them a card, whatever.
The ID, your ID got to be handed.
Just said this right here. Just
If he didn't have his ID though.
Just says, so when you go to the bank and ask for large sums, they have to prepare the funds for you and they notify you of when you can pick it up. This is fact. So this is what I'm saying. This story don't sound right, man.
What do you think?
I'm all for the fake news.
All right, so you
because they be trying to incite this shit. You know, somebody else just got shot the other day by the police. So.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's gruesome. I wish.
So
I had
do you think that this was for sales for the new
at.
Black Panther?
Huh?
You think that this was for sales for the new movie got coming out?
Man, I don't know, man. It could be though. It doesn't make sense, dude. You hear me?
And I just found out they got a new movie coming out. Yeah, that might be promotional.
First of all,
are you
saying this is the first time you went and got that type of money out of there? Number one. Number two, is this how you did it every time because you got anxiety?
It could be a scary nigga though. Could be.
If you're that scary, why would you go to the window?
Yeah, I think it might be for the new Black Panther, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, that shit probably gonna drop for
it.
2 years. You know, when they filming it right now, so that's gonna take 2 or 3 years to just edit before they even put that shit
Yeah,
up.
like they say, it might be for promotions.
All right, let's see where we at. Y'all want to get some
The world
comments?
is a stage, man. The world is a stage.
Let's see here. Marcus said it might be promotions. Shout out to Stack. Let's see here.
That might be.
Rodrigo said, in the real world, some people think they above everyone. Emphasize on that, Rodrigo. Let's see.
And waited in the line to get 12,000.
Loretta is really offended that he calls personal banker.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of this shit before.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Hey, and I got 32 million in my bank account. I'm hand in hand with bankers. Hey, I'm like Shaq said when he said he walk in the bank. He wanted them to say, "Hey, Mr. O'Neal." Everybody walk in when he walk in. "Hey, Mr. O'Neal." If I got 32 million in there, they gonna say, "Hey, Mr. Smith." Hey.
We got
your banker's coming down.
Right.
We got
your banker is coming down.
They stopping all.
We got 30 more minutes, and I'm sure that we got to get these 2 topics in. I know they're gonna take at least 15 minutes per topic, so we're gonna jump topics and get to the next topic.
It never makes sense. Go ahead.
The next topic is there's a video that was surfaced on Instagram of a couple of grandkids watching their elderly grandma that had she had some health issues, and they were beating on her. And I must warn people before we show this clip that it is pretty graphic, and I have to warn them before YouTube try to censor us. So this video is pretty graphic. It's a bunch of children jumping on their grandmother, and their grandmother is supposed to be in health, she's supposed to be cared by. She's old basically, and she can't take care of herself. And these kids' parents is leaving them with her, and then the auntie seen what they were doing to her and how they were treating her, and she decided to record it. This is the actual video. Let's watch the video.
Yeah, one day on kick. Here, come on, no, stop. I got a new cousin. Stop. One day on kick. That's all it takes. Well. Oh, they all coming in. Get the chairs off me. Yo, y'all, come on. Come on. Take 3 people down. Now, y'all stand up. Stop. Come on, JD. JD. Go. JD, come on. Justin. Stop hitting me. JD, come on. Move. Cut that down. Use the pot. Use the pot. Go ahead, George. Why you kick my little brother? Why you kick my brother? Why you on me? Why you on me? Yo, JD. Y'all better get Jamie. Come get Jamie. Come get Jamie off. That boy hit me with that pot on my foot. Oh, well, that's my son. Come on. Get that hand. He's about to kill her.
Better go ahead. Better go. Better go while you can.
I know.
Come on.
You ain't strong enough.
Come on.
Me on
I ain't
the
got it.
scratching his ear like that. Go.
Y'all ready? All right, so that's the actual video, and like I said, the video was definitely disturbing. So I tried to warn everybody before we watched that. That's an elderly woman those are her actual grandkids, and their parents was leaving them with her, and they were fighting their grandma like a man on the street. It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Oh, these are the people that went to jail?
Yes, and all three of those people that we showed at the end of the video, that's what the video showed. All three of those people went to jail. Now, TV was talking about the woman behind the camera that was holding the camera. You said that it shouldn't even got that far to where she was recording it because she should have been on their ass.
She is what I would call scumbag. Everybody know that word. She's a fucking scumbag. Look, first of all, what type of footage are you trying to get? That's number one. What? You don't sit behind the camera while these kids beat up on this old
Right.
Ain't nobody touching my motherfucking grandma. I'm just being real. Like I don't. Like I say, man, I say this all the time to people that know me. It's the fucking zombie apocalypse, man. What the fuck is going on? Excuse my language, but man, like, you telling me this lady sat there, there's a grown person behind the camera that is supposedly trying to show what the kids do to grandma on an everyday basis.
That's all I now the facts on that is because there's no article on it. I googled it. I asked Yolanda, because Yolanda sent me the
this
clip.
shit gotta be goddamn some bullshit.
Yeah, so what my opinion was those kids probably. So if I gotta say this because I don't want to be tailored as a scumbag, but I'm saying I could see the angle of if a person walked in and seen some shit, they might be like, y'all gotta see this shit. What these kids been doing to grandma.
You ain't gonna see that. That's one thing you ain't gonna see is grandma getting attacked.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about the person behind the camera. Maybe they was like, somebody got to see this shit and what the kids been doing to grandma.
No, man.
That's the worst. That's the worst shit.
Instead of protecting grandma, grandma can get fucked up at this goddamn time. I ain't gonna say y'all think it's all a game, but shit, did she fail? This is an old ass woman. She could have broke a bone in any of that.
You're right.
So you know this ain't no skit.
That was some zombie shit.
Stupid shit.
That was some zombie shit to record it. You right.
I slap this shit up, man. Look, man.
Yeah, I agree.
All these motherfuckers sitting around here recording shit, watching motherfuckers get hurt. That shit ain't right.
Nobody playing around with no skit with my grandma. That was my grandma.
I agree. I don't know what the angle was. I just seen the footage.
That wasn't a skit.
Scumbag shit.
Motherfuckers need their ass beat.
Let me get some of the comments, man.
And guess what? These little ass kids, the next generation, the 15-year-olds, they need to whoop their ass.
Says DeMarcus Mosley said mental illness. JR said because of the footage, someone went to jail. Without it, it would have continued. That's what I was trying to explain. Like, I don't know if they like, yo, you got to see what the fuck is going on. Now, granted, like I said, when the camera turned off, I would have snapped, and it wouldn't have got that far though. It wouldn't have gotten no 2-3 punches. Him just kicking my grandma, that's all I would have needed to see. But I don't know if, like, I agree with JR. Like, without the footage,
I would have broke them kids' face.
I would have too. But I'm telling you what he's saying. Without the footage, it just become accusations. You know what I'm saying?
Guess what? I'm
and
going
with
to
the
jail
footage
then.
is facts.
I'm going to
Accusations
jail.
of what?
Of these kids hitting on her.
What the fuck is gonna happen to them?
They parents went to jail. 3.
I'm going to jail for beating these kids' ass for putting their hands on my grandma.
I'm going to jail too.
Man,
I'm going to jail too. But I'm just trying to look at it. How do we get the footage? I don't know how it's just part of the conversation. How do we get the footage? Maybe this woman walked in and said, "You do what?" And then I don't know. Maybe she fucking put cameras in the house or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Man, look. Let me make this clear from where I'm coming from.
Okay.
If you ain't getting pulled over by the police, and you can sit back and pull your fucking phone out when somebody is getting hurt,
right?
You're a fucking zombie. You don't. It's a level of sensitivity in you that you have lost for human value.
Facts.
This shit make me sick every time I see it, especially motherfuckers that pull out when these kids is fighting and they fighting over and all that shit. If the first thing you do
is pull out
pull out a fucking phone, that's what you think, in danger, to pull out a phone and record, you're a fucking zombie. You done lost the level of sensitivity. You're not alive. You're dead. You're a straw man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get this shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know if that's how you think.
I think that's the way the world thinks.
So connected to social media, they think they gotta fucking get the footage for what?
Yeah, why do you need footage?
I don't know.
You don't need footage.
Man, you know how fucked up these kids would be in my family? You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? We sitting here acting like, and all of us, we ain't grew up in no shit like this. Like, what the fuck are we making excuses for? Excuse my passion, but this is why I don't even, man, these topics be cracking me up, because these people is crazy.
We just zombie shit. I beat my cousin ass for motherfucking using my grandma's credit card unauthorized.
Man, talk to
He got big. He didn't even put his fucking hands on her. Man, I beat the shit out of me for using her credit card.
And a little kid at that.
And these is kids. Man, I beat the fuck out of him.
Kick your ass down the stairs. And
I bet you would never do it again. I bet you would not never do it again.
Some of these topics, man. I'm sorry, some of these comments. We got, let's see here. Mental illness is so serious. They turned it in. Let's see here. Michelle said, good point, but I hope they helped her at some point.
Shit, I didn't see no help. I didn't see no help.
Let her get beat up for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, Mosley said he's going to jail for beating those kids' asses too. And Miss Powell said first 48. Yeah, I mean, listen.
You said he's going to jail for beating them kids' ass?
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
I'll go buy it. I got some money on his books. I'll buy him out.
Yeah. Shit gonna get thrown away. Matter of fact, the police might come say, you did. Hey, the police gonna come and say, you did not do nothing wrong. They needed their ass beat.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is what I think. I think that the kids probably describe what they be fighting their grandma, and then the person said, "Let me see what y'all talking about. What y'all be talking about? Well, let me see." Because at that point you don't even know. The person recording don't even know she's getting beat like this. And granted, like you said, TV.
Okay. Once when they start though, okay.
Yeah.
Nigga, you ain't about to do that. That's what you talking about, nigga.
I'm saying like maybe the kids.
This ain't no action tape. This ain't not
but you know how kids are.
Take one.
You know how kids are. They might be like
doing that. We're not letting that happen.
Man, check this out, man. This is just me. This is how I think. First of all, we don't need the kids to get taken away. I don't need nobody to go to jail. I'm just about to go in here and kick a little ass and stop this right here, right now.
Ain't gonna happen
today.
I'm
not waiting for no judge. I ain't waiting for everybody to go to jail. We don't want the kids to get taken.
But them kids getting fucked up. Them kids getting fucked up. Them kids getting fucked up.
So I don't know.
And I guarantee it won't happen again.
I said, it's a different breed of people out here.
Humans, it definitely is. Let's see. Michelle Hill said, she said they're going to kill her, and then walked in the other room like, what the fuck? Shout out to Yo. This is
you never know how it could have ended up worse than it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could have. And they grabbed fucking pots and pans and shit and was trying to.
Not happening, Dahmer. Tell them.
It was disturbing.
Shit ain't happening, man.
Grandma? Man, stop playing.
You don't even let shit like this happen to your aunties. Because, man, you saw a grandma. Fragile. You seen it? Man, come on, man.
That ain't gonna never happen around my nigga.
They might have hit us with another skit.
I don't know if that was skitty, but I'm mad about that. I'm mad at like that with my grandma.
Well,
I'm mad about it.
Because like Joy said, you still got feelings. But there's people in the world that are entertained by this. Shout out to Joshua L. Stupido. He coming through Tuesday. I want to say something that he said.
Call that man Joshua
L. Stupido. Shout out to Joshua L. Stupido. He coming Tuesday. That's my guy.
Round 3.
Let me tell you what he said. He said something that was real deep one day on Facebook. He said that it amazes me how we are able to motherfuckers is getting mad when a person sharing feeding the homeless or giving a homeless person money, but we sit and share vicious videos of people dying and being beat up every day. So what's the difference? You showing somebody doing something with the act of kindness? And I kind of understood what he said, because to be honest with you, bro, when I go scrolling to find our topics or whatever the case may be, because we just really just talk about whatever current event, whatever's current and whatever's people are engaging in on social media, it's kind of disturbing because I feel like that's all it is toxic shit. And we don't want to be necessarily a toxic show. We just talking about what's going on in society. But that's what this is everyday life. We just talked about war. We just talked. We got another a video after this of a father catching his daughter's pedophile. You know, like it's just always. This is what's going on in society. Listen, if a motherfucker, if Shaq gave back a family, if Shaq gave a family $100 million or some shit like, we'll talk about that if that's what was popular on social media.
What up, Mac Mizzle?
And that's what was going on.
Then we'll have 5 viewers.
Yeah, we'll have 5 viewers. You are 100% right. As long as these topics
What's up, Deshaun?
current and toxic and shit, it's like sex sales, toxic and all of this weird shit, and that's not the goal, man. That's not the goal, because it kind of like when we sit and think about it, and we think about our grandma, and we think, you know, and I know how much you love your family.
If somebody put their hands on my grandma, I'm gonna fuck their ass.
Yeah, man, period. We ain't even gotta keep it light with that right there, man. Motherfucker fucked up over grandma. Period.
Yeah, man.
Period.
Yeah, but you know.
Man, let these little raggedy motherfuckers jump on grandma, man. Everybody
recorded it, bro.
Everybody get fucked up, man.
And it's fucked up that didn't even hit the fucking, like you said, it's fucked up that I didn't even hit the media. That don't even need to hit the media, because that wouldn't have made the media. It didn't make the media, it made social media. Social media, it wouldn't make no social media.
That's the new media.
Yeah, that is the media. You know what I mean?
Motherfuckers think they got them Tom Brokaw out here, they got them phones. Motherfucker, break this shit up. Tired of these motherfuckers, man. These motherfuckers scumbags out here, man.
All right, y'all ready? All right, let's get to some of these comments before we get to this next topic, because I want to keep everybody here for this next. I want everybody to stay here for this next topic because it's pretty deep and it's pretty weird. So y'all got to check it out. But let's see some of these comments. DeMarcus Mosley said, "You know CPS got them kids." JD Dahmer said, "Give your soul to God, but that ass belongs to me." Let's see here.
Right.
And Mac Mizzle said, "What's up, my guy? Good to see you back on the show." Let's see. He said, "Tom Brokaw." All right, so that's all the comments. So we're gonna get to this next topic. Next topic: a father catches his daughter's, a guy that basically tried to sleep with his daughter and was text messaging his daughter, and the fellas ain't even got to watch the clip yet. So I want you to turn your phone up when I start this clip, so you and TV can check it out, because it's fucking crazy. This is the actual footage. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Make sure everything is good.
You want to turn yours up.
All right, I got it. I got it for y'all. So let's watch this clip. We'll be right back with y'all.
You feel me? But you would listen. You've been texting me back and forth. You've been under the impression that you've been texting my daughter. You've been texting me back and forth. Sneak me in the house. This, that, and the other. That's a little ass girl, bro.
I thought, you feel me?
Wait, I'm talking, nigga. Now, you've been texting me all this old filthy ass, what you want to do with. When you see her, you grabbing on her and motherfucking, you grabbed the ass, right? Did you or did you not? Get on your knees. You run, I'm gonna kill you. Now, which motherfucking hand did you touch my daughter ass with? Put both your hands up there. So, right now, I should shoot you in both your motherfucking hands.
I'm sorry.
Better yet, I should make you suck my dick on Facebook. You like touching little girls, right?
Sorry.
Touch a grown man, you gonna slap my daughter if you see her with another nigga, right?
No, I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I'm not even like that. I promise you. I will never put my hands on a female.
Boy, it's taking me everything in my motherfucking soul not to kill you right now, G. So, if my daughter get off the bus and you see her, what you gonna do?
I'm not gonna look her way. I promise you.
You gonna walk the other way, right?
I'm not gonna be right there. I promise you. I'm not gonna be on 95th.
Something happened to my daughter. I'm putting your face and your name on Facebook, nigga. I'm good. From motherfucking Western to the motherfucking lake. Out west. From motherfucking 95th to the low end in the suburbs, nigga. It's taking me everything within me not to kill you right now.
I promise to God, I will never say.
So you took my daughter dignity grabbing on her ass, right? Right? So what if I took your dignity? Then what?
I'd be less of a man.
You'll be less of a man, right?
Yes, sir.
Where your phone at?
Right here.
Hand it up. Take all your clothes off. Try to run if you want to.
You on Facebook, did it? Listen. All right, so that's the actual clip, man, of a father catching a guy that was text messaging his underage daughter about letting him in the house and all of these things. Y'all got to watch the whole clip. We missed 45 seconds of it. The fellas didn't see the end when he said basically I should fuck you on Facebook. But what's your opinion on that, TV? The clip of the man catching a pedophile. You said you understand. Cause remember, I was just telling you off camera that. That's what we was talking about when we was talking about people record everything. That should have been recorded. Okay.
This is what I'm talking about, man. That's justice, right? That's true justice. Man, that's true justice right there, man. And he wasn't, because dude said before, he was like, that's just like the same thing as the other situation with him using the camera. No, that was him exposing that pedophile to the whole world. That's what he was doing. Yeah. At the same time, trying to keep himself from killing that man. You feel me?
So recording made it a little easier to not kill him too.
That too. Yeah. I think that was the goal.
See, and the thing
is, I think that was the goal.
I think situational though. I think situational, motherfucker. I got these motherfucking treads that the motherfucker. I didn't met him here. Nigga, I'm gonna fuck you. You ain't leaving the same way you came to the same park where I just told you to meet me at.
Right.
Cause it's my word against yours. After your ass is fucked up.
So can I ask you a question? Not even being funny.
Ain't nothing funny about the situation.
No, I said not even being funny because y'all didn't get to hear the part when he was talking about sucking his dick on Facebook and fucking him on Facebook. Would you say shit like that?
No, I'm talking about breaking that nigga face. I'm talking about breaking that nigga hands. I'm talking about doing whatever the fuck that is gonna be your word against mine when these police pick your ass up. Now you can't even say nothing because I got a tread. And guess what? Yeah, okay. Now I can say what I want to say. He tried to attack me after this something. I don't give a fuck, but you ain't leaving that same way.
No, especially if you got that thing on you.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to kill him.
Yeah. Would Jeff say wrap his head up with a little blood on the side?
Let's see here.
You're gonna get. You ain't leaving the same way.
Ain't nothing wrong with that man did, man. And then, like I said, he was talking crazy to him because he's saying I should do this shit to you to expose you to make you feel like this is a little girl. You know what I'm saying? If my little girl, you violating her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how about I violate you? You know what I mean? That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand that.
It wasn't with gay intent, obviously.
No, hell no.
But it still was a little uncomfortable to hear.
I'm pretty sure he didn't have no intention on doing none of that, but he's, you know what I mean? Put that in. He's trying to put that in his psyche. Like, look, you fucking wrong.
Well, he was wrong as fuck.
He wasn't leaving that same way.
And then he said that.
I hear you though. Look, hey, I'm not doing all the camera and shit too. He get fucked up, but that's how he wanted to do it. You know, some people got to think it through and, you know, don't want to have to deal with the system, so they figure they want to just expose them.
Yeah, I wish, like I said, sometimes on these stories that we find on social media, I wish they had more of a backstory.
Expose them and put some blood on them, huh?
I said sometimes in these situations when we have these stories off of social media, I wish we had more of a storyline behind it, or I could find some actual facts to it, so we can put two and two together. But all we got is the actual videos in that situation, because I want to know what drove him to, like, how old was the girl? They never talked about that. That's
evidently underage.
Yeah, obviously.
That's
obviously.
it. So.
But I still want to know, like, how did he get her phone? Like, just the details to the shit. In my opinion,
I gotta give a salute out to him even being aware of what's going on.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Don't know what's going on, man. This shit is happening every day. So
I was just about to say that I swear I was just about to say that, like, I haven't looked at my daughter's phone in so long, bro, and she only 12 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I learned from this. And I was watching something on Netflix where I just happened to watch something on ID channel the other day, and they was talking about how they got this new, these pedophiles got this new, like, way of tricking kids into telling them their location and shit like that. Like, they start by asking them general questions. It's really a thing now. Like, there's a whole script. You know how you get a script when you at a call center and they tell you this is how you upsell people? There's a whole script out there that pedophiles is using to convince your kid something. Like, they start with something as simple as in, do you like playing Roblox? And then they answer that question. If they answer that question, so how often do you play? What city do you live in? What's your cell phone number? Can you send me pictures? Like, this is all a script that, man, I said the world is really getting sick when there's a whole script that multiple men are using to get to young kids. And I just watched, I'm telling you, it's on ID channel. It's called, it's almost like Catch a Predator.
And it still come to parenting. You just can't drop your kids off where they want to go. You gotta figure that shit out. You gotta be a parent. Even though you ain't in your fucking kid phone 24/7, they can't go wherever the fuck they want when they want to go too.
Let's see. Let me get some of these other comments in. Let's see. Miss Powell said, but that sucking D thing is super power trip. Okay, that's what I was saying. I was just saying, like, what was the point of that? But I kind of like what Tori said. Tori said that was he, like, nigga, I'm gonna treat you like you treat him. I'm gonna make you feel vulnerable as my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I kind of got that. JD said expose him and put some blood on him. All right, let's see.
This is it.
Okay. I don't know why I keep randomly playing, so I'm just looking at the scores of the game. But yeah, so that's the actual. Like I said, what Miss Powell said, but that's what the topic was. It said father exposes pedophile, but watch to the end because it gets a little weird. And like, I'm mad that the camera cut when he told the dude not on the weird shit. I just wanted to know what was the end result of what happened, because he said take your clothes off, and his final words was what would happen. He tried to just turn the camera off to do it, but
I made that man get naked and made him walk off somewhere. I'm pretty sure we ain't heard nothing about it, but
so fucked up though.
And that's
that would have fucked him up.
That's what I understand. Like, you didn't put your hands on the man. Who can? And who knows? The dude behind the camera could have been a little nigga that just got a gun and the dude's scared. Because we all know a gun make a motherfucker 10 times.
He was getting the point across, so he didn't.
I mean, but like you said, he didn't touch him though. He didn't put his hands on him.
Didn't.
If a dude touched my daughter's, if a grown man touches my daughter's ass, he getting some blood on him. We gotta hash it out.
I mean, we don't know what happened when the camera.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what kind of gets a little frustrating watching some of these clips, because we just going off of scrolling through, and this is what we find. So
that boy needed his ass whooped.
Yeah, he did. It ain't necessarily time to say goodbye to all my nigga, whatever the case may be.
Not yet, man. We got a couple minutes.
We got 4 more minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, make sure y'all hit me up and inbox me on the casting call. Reach out to everybody on the cast and let us know who's interested on being a part of the cast. The Smartest Dumb People. We're gonna be doing the casting call. What's gonna happen is we're gonna do a show. So next Tuesday, well, not Tuesday because El Stupo is in the building. I said it right that time. But next Friday, we'll have a new cast member on here, just riding the wave and seeing if he fits what the Smartest Dumb People is about, which I'm going to tell you right now, to meet the criteria, you got to have a little bit of personality, you got to have a little bit of swag to you, and you got to be well put together as far as in your opinion. We all opinionated.
And that like and share, man. Be on that. Hey, we already in there. We already tapped in, too.
Yeah. TV, what's going on with you, man?
Not much, man. I ain't been doing much. I'm
I like
about
that
to come
shit
with
you
a
did.
couple products, man.
I like the shit you did on Facebook where you was talking about, kind of like Tori Health Tips. I like that.
That's what I'm saying. So I got a series coming called The Basics of a Functional Body Temple. It's about to make it real simple for the people. You got, and this is a salute to all the teachers, Dr. Lila Africa, Dr. Sevi, Supernova Slime, Minister Inky, Mama Peel, KT the Arts Degree. There's a lot of teachers out there. I think I've taken what a lot of them have inform the people, and I've condensed it into something
in
really
one.
simple
Yeah.
for
So
the
you
people that
simplified.
we try to keep us healthy. Yeah,
And that shit gonna take you far.
you know, when you get to,
Hey,
you get to the health, it
motherfucker,
gets
that health,
complex
hey,
and
health is a motherfucker,
overwhelming.
man.
And you all over here and all over there, so I'm just gonna condense for everybody. It's gonna be a series, Basis of a Functional Body Temple. It's coming soon. Gonna be on YouTube, gonna be on Facebook. We'll probably go to the gram too, and just pay attention, man. We're trying to heal
That
each
shit
other.
tap in.
Make sure y'all like and share, man. This is, you know, what we do. But guess what, guys? Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends and Caucasians. Look, this is the Smartest Dumb People TV. Thank you again for coming through, man. We appreciate you so much, my brother. Quando Rondo, thank you. Oh, make sure y'all check out the Fuck Is You Eating tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, we got a Fuck Is You Eating dropping. Me and Quando Rondo doing our full review tomorrow. So make sure y'all check out our Fuck Is You Eating tomorrow. This is the Smartest Dumb People. Anthony Dude, what's my name? Anthony That Dude Johnson. Mr. Shabazz himself. Quando Rondo. Y'all have a great night.
Peace.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
When I got messages saying, what's up with the show? 1 to where you still got kids writing essays on. 472. Shout out to Chris, he came through.
Came back there. And you go, okay.